have a friend and client who works as a high school safety officer. She has been doing this for years. And she asks the most poignant questions that cause me to think while I'm out for my walks. And here's one that she recently posed. Why are there multiple types of Reiki? If we're all moving back or going back to the same source of Reiki, why are there so many different variations? So here is my attempt to answer that question this morning, Karen, and I'm excited that the rest of you are listening in to this as well. Yes, there is one source that we go to for healing, one divine master who is the source of all this beautiful energy, this vibrational healing that we call Reiki. Reiki is a compound Japanese word, Rei meaning life or spiritual energy, and then Ki or Chi meaning our life energy. So we have this spiritual life energy that is interacting with our life energy. It's not a religion, it is a practice. And in that space then, people who have different ways of accessing it have put their own fingerprints, so to speak, on it. When Usui was first on his quest to be able to leave something behind that would be a legacy, he went and fasted for 21 days on Mount Kurama. And as he is there, he is moving a stone every single day. Day 21, he's underneath a waterfall, and as the water is pounding onto the top of his head, he has this incredible experience, feels the light fill up with inside of him, and grabs his stuff and begins to run down the hill to be able to go tell his mentor what had just happened. He knew something amazing had happened, didn't know what it was. There were already at least 4 gakkais, or Japanese school for Reiki, that were already happening when he had this experience. And so as he comes down the hill, he hits his toe begins to hurt horribly. He's jumping up and down, holding onto his foot, and in that moment begins to feel this energy move through him, through his hands, onto his foot, and his foot begins to feel better. In that space, Usui began to see the one-to-one correlation between what had just happened to him and this gift of healing. But there were already 4 other gakkais. And so in my Reiki school, in my Reiki tradition, the way that I learned, we take our inner lineage, we take it all the way back to Usui. But so do a lot of other people. They take their lineage also back to Usui. But if I Google the word Reiki or types of Reiki, I'm going to find a myriad of different types. I believe that we are all an expression of the divine, and in that expression that there is a uniqueness, and that for that uniqueness then come different expressions of this healing energy. And so that's why I believe that there are multiple different ways. I would love in this space to talk about the attunement process when people learn Reiki. A lot of people have used, and the way that I was first trained with Reiki was a hands-on attunement. It works. But when you have a hands-on attunement, you are naturally going to receive some of the energy of your teacher. And then I was introduced to a methodology of Reiki that is hands-off, where it's spirit-led attunement. And so as I was beginning my own space of creating my own manuals for Reiki and teaching, because I have people in my life who kept saying, would you please teach Reiki the way that you do Reiki? And so that's where effective Reiki method came from. And it's completely a hands-off, spirit-led modality of attunement, because I fully believe that if we come from spirit and are going back to spirit, that spirit knows exactly all the experiences that we've had and how we've interpreted them, and knows the healing that we need to have in this space in order to be able to move into the next spaces. I hope that as you're listening in, Karen and others, that you will leave comments below about how this is answering that question for you of why I think there are so many different modalities of Reiki out there.